Good morning, everyone. Chris here. I am on the sailboat in Provincetown Harbor. Look at the harbor. Ah, isn't she beautiful? What a great place to live and spend the summer. Anyway, today is a very special day in summer. Every June, we order replacement flags because ours get worn out over the course of the year. If we look up, you'll see they're a little tattered. So we're going to get those replaced today and hang up the new ones. So we're going to start with the easy ones that are on the actual flag line, and then we'll move to the ones that are lifted up with the halyard. So let's see what we got. All right, so here's the first two. This is what they look like after a year. But so the flags that go up on this line are intended to communicate things about you, so that you're supposed to have one of these on every boat, and you'll send up if you show up in a new country and you haven't checked into customs and immigration yet, you'll fly a specific flag. Then after you've done that, you fly a different flag. If you need assistance, there's a special flag. And then a lot of the signal flags have letter meanings. So if I'm in a new spot and it's time for a pump out, to help the pump out boat find where we are, I'll fly the word poop, which is pretty funny. We'll get to that later in the year, I'm sure. And then for right now, the other thing that people do is they'll fly their club flags up there. So I fly the state of Maine flag and the rainbow flag. So let's get these up there. Let's get it pretty close to the top. That looks good. Take this sucker off. There's one. Whoops, that's backwards. There, that one's proper. Alrighty, now we gotta move for the big ones. These are gonna make me nervous. Alright, so this is what I thought. It's really caught on the topping lift. So I'm gonna have to climb somehow and pull that down a little bit so I can cut it free. Oh well. And do so without cutting the Dyneema topping lift. Okay. All right, we'll deal with that in a little bit. Or maybe a few days. All right, there we go. All new and fresh. So those will last probably till next June. I get the question every now and again, Chris, you're not gay. Why do you fly so many pride flags on your boat? And well, the answer is what I tell anyone who ends up finding out they have a gay kid. And that is, you gotta love your kid more. That's pretty much it. You gotta love your kid more than you love yourself. You gotta love your kid more than you love your minister. You've gotta love your kid more than what you think of what other people will think of you. And so, not just loving them, where you need to show them. And so that is one of the small ways I make sure that everyone knows that I love my kid a hell of a lot more than I love them, and that I'm willing to do anything for my son. So anyway, that's also one of the reasons we are in Provincetown Harbor for the summer. So anyway, hope everyone is having a good day, and there's my reminder. You gotta love your kids more than everything else in the world. So hope everyone's having a good day. I'll chat with you later. Bye.